Hi Scorpio, it's Sloan Rhodes here with your Love and Romance reading for the month of July 2018. So I'm reminding all signs Scorpio that I have released previously a longer, more comprehensive reading for the months of May, June, and July. This is an adjunct reading to that video. There's a link here if you haven't seen it yet or you've forgotten about it. And in this video I'll be going through what you're meant to do, not do, and what you can look forward to regardless, based on the overarching theme, which today I'm choosing from the Vintage Wisdom Oracle deck by Victoria Mosley. I like this deck. I use it in my online courses, How to Read Oracle and Tarot Cards. It's a fun, really fun deck, really pretty. I also released a video just like this one for the month of June as well, so you can go back and look at that if you want. Okay, Scorpio, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, one last thing regarding the life, purpose, and career readings. I'm still doing the 3-month ones that I released here on the YouTube channel, but now I'm also including life, purpose, career, and money readings like I do here, like what you're meant to do, not do, what you can look forward to regardless, on my Sloan Academy website where I have my online courses. And there's a free 30-day trial for those videos, but after that it's 99 cents a month. So if you're interested, you can take a peek for free. And then if you still want to, you can go ahead and subscribe. Okay, Scorpio, let's go ahead and get started. So today, one card from the Vintage Wisdom Oracle deck. That's the overarching theme. I'm going to be choosing 3 cards from the Mary L. Tarot, 1 card for what you're meant to do, not do, and what you can look forward to regardless. And then to close out your reading, Scorpio, this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'll be choosing 1 card from the Romance Angels deck, which I also include in my home study courses, how to work with it. Okay, Scorpio, what is the overarching theme for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of July 2018? This is like ASMR, the sound. It's very soothing. Okay, here we go, Scorpio. Strength. We have thought under the deck. What a beautiful card. It's like she's holding up the whole universe there. I will say, though, as I feel it for you, it's a little top-heavy. So make sure you're grounding yourself during this month. You know, we see she has 1 foot kind of lifted, and maybe she has incredible core strength, but that is a little top-heavy for me. So make sure that you're not trying to be strong for everybody else. Make sure that you're not taking on more than your fair share here. We also have thought. I feel like in the recent past you've been in deep thought, you know, you've been reflecting. But remember, sometimes we can get into analysis paralysis. So if you're meant to take action, do so from the heart. Don't try to overthink things. Don't take on more than your fair share here. But we're going to get additional cards for Scorpio. So based on the Strength card, I mean, you certainly have a lot of hope, so you may be carrying a lot in the hopes that it will turn out the way you want it to. And it certainly can, but make sure you're grounding yourself in the here and the now without getting too caught up in the future. You know, sometimes we can really get caught up in what's to come, what's to come, what's to come, and we forget about taking care of ourselves and our relationships in the now. Whenever we get caught up in that cyclical mindset of when I get this, then I'll have freedom, then I'll have happiness, then I'll have joy. And that can be addictive. So it's important to remind yourself that no matter what is going on in the present moment, even if you're single and you want to be coupled, or you're coupled and you want to be divorced, you know, everyone has something, that you try to ground yourself as much as possible in this moment. And one of the best ways that you can do that, Scorpio, and I talked about it in this week's spiritual guidance video for June 24th, is to the breath. Connect to the breath. It's a very effective way of bringing yourself present without trying to worry and change the environment that you're in. All right, so based on the Strength card for Scorpio, what are Scorpios meant to do, not do, and what can they look forward to the month of July 2018? Okay, here we go, Scorpio. So what Scorpios are meant to do or start doing or keep doing is the Death card in reverse. Here it is in the upright. Here it is in the reverse. What you're meant to not do or stop doing, we have the Seven of Wands. Interesting. I'll show you the card. What you can expect or look forward to throughout the month is the Two of Discs in the reverse. And I laugh at this because, as I mentioned, don't try to carry your fair, more than your fair share here. And with the Two of Discs, we do show that during the month of July for you, Scorpio, you are making room. You are taking things off your plate, or things will be taken off your plate so that you have more availability. It may just be that you're carrying a lot right now in the hope that everything will work out, but truly you have to make decisions around this. What can I realistically manage in the month of July? Work and romance, or two people. I can manage all these people. Can you? I don't think you can, really, not in a way that makes you happy, because we show here that there is either a removal of obstacles or things that you have on your plate. I wouldn't even say obstacles, it's more like a removal of something. You're prioritizing. You're being encouraged to prioritize here in the month of July. It'll be a theme throughout July, right? Now what you're meant to do or start doing or keep doing is we have the Death card in reverse. Now this can play out two different ways, and this is a general reading, so you're going to have to tune into it in your own life, Scorpio. But with the Death card in reverse, you're meant to either allow something to come to its natural ending, or you're meant to let me say it this way. When it's in the reverse, in terms of what you're meant to do, you're meant to allow something to come to its natural ending, or you're meant, excuse me, to stop trying to drag something. Because when it's in the reverse, it's usually showing up in two ways. Either you are trying to rush through an ending, push something prematurely to its conclusion, or you're delaying, So for you, you're meant to look at this and change it. You're meant to either allow something just to end. You're meant to just allow things to end as they're meant to, without trying to control it one way or the other, truly. And Scorpios are usually very adept at change and transformation. So for whatever reason, and it looks like you're meant to keep doing this. So keep looking at this. Where am I delaying something? Here again, you're making room. You're taking something off your plate. Could be an individual. Could be saying no to extra work so you have more time for love and romance. You're being asked to look at where you're being overly strong without really grounding yourself. And here we have you either need to start doing this or keep doing this, which is allow things to come to their natural conclusion without delaying it or without trying to rush things. Now, it could be a relationship that you may have been trying to rush into, or transitioning from singlehood into partnership, or you could be delaying ending a relationship. So it's going to play out for each of you differently. As I mentioned, it's a general reading, but it is major arcana energy, so you're going to feel it more strongly in the month of July, and it may be something that you've been aware of as you go into July. You're meant to do this or start doing this or keep doing this. Keep allowing the transitions to occur as they are meant to naturally without rushing or delaying. Now, what you're meant to stop doing or not do, we have the Seven of Wands energy. I love this card. It's so pretty. Well, you see how focused this wolf is? This wolf is going to attack if you try to impose upon it, right? It's what you're meant to not do or stop doing. Don't be so quick to defend yourself. Don't be so quick to maintain your position without understanding the other person's point of view. Don't be so quick to pick up your wand and defend yourself. Really, that's kind of how it's coming in. Remember, we have Strength card. There's a difference between being strong and being really grounded in who you are, and there's a difference between being strong from up here and fighting, when you're exposed down here. You know, like if you consider it, I'm thinking of this sort of primal energy of the wolf, the wild energy. You know, wild animals will attack you here and disembowel you because it's a weak area. So make sure that you are fighting, you know, not from up here. Again, we have the thought, like you're all in your thoughts. Your thoughts have convinced you that you need to protect yourself. You know, it's very egoic energy. And it raises that level of adrenaline so that we feel as though, you know, that fight or flight gets activated. So for you, stop doing this. Take a moment, take a breath, and see, are you being attacked? Is it important that you maintain your position, or can you allow more and maybe drop something? You know, you may just be battling because you're being hyper vigilant, and when in truth you could just take something off your plate and relax a little bit. Could be that you drop an extra person. It could be that you drop work for love. It could be that this occurs in a myriad of ways. But either way, it's a nice energy for you throughout the month of July. You are opening up. You are allowing things to fall away. What you're meant to do and start doing is allow things to transition naturally, to end naturally. And look at where you have been maybe delaying or trying to rush through an ending. It may be for some of you who are coupled and you feel like, oh, this relationship's not going to work, and you want to rush it through to like an ending. Well, maybe it's just that the other person didn't have enough time for you, or you didn't have enough time for them. You know, so this is not a month, I would say, to rush to any conclusion, but allow for things to be kind of taken off your plate, or allow yourself to prioritize in ways that you don't feel like you have to fight for it, but just allow you to be more open and available. And we also have the Ten of Swords in the reverse under the deck. So it looks like in the recent past, or maybe even going into this month, there is this idea of dodging a bullet. Things are working out better than you thought. You thought maybe, you know, your boyfriend, girlfriend was going to break up with you. You thought things weren't going to work out, and actually they do. And the reason they do is because you're making room. You or the other person is making room here with the Two of Discs in the reverse. The Ten of Swords in the reverse is actually a really, really nice card. Again, it's kind of like, whew, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Which is why you're not meant to delay something or rush something. Let me get another card for you, then I'm going to close out your reading here, Scorpio. So I hope you find that helpful. The main theme really here is this Two of Discs. This is the key here. Make room, make yourself available, take something away so that you can enjoy love and romance more. If you've been working, you're like, I'm never going to meet anyone, I'm always single, blah, 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 the stories we tell ourselves. You know, maybe it's just that, you know, you've been too busy and you need to make yourself available. Now, this may not actually be like you have to take something away off your plate, although this Disc energy is more material with the Pentacles energy. But it could also just be that you look up now and then. You know, a lot of times we're so busy because we're kind of like this, or we're like this. But sometimes, you know, you can just like look around more and you have more availability. But I do feel with the Disc energy, it's more likely that there's something that's going to be, you're going to be, you know, removing something or dropping something, or your partner will be, so that there is more availability. And we do have that Ten of Swords as the underlying energy, which is You know, the idea of dodging a bullet, things not working out how you thought, that they work out in a better way. If you thought somebody was going to break up with you, maybe they don't, you know, this kind of thing. You thought that person wasn't going to ask you out because you said something that you felt was stupid. And then they're like, oh, I didn't even remember you saying that, you know, and they ask you out anyway, this kind of thing. All right, so as we end July and we go into August, what is the final message for the Scorpio people? And, you know, of course, listen to your, this is for sun sign Scorpio, sun, moon, rising, but listen to your rising and moon signs as well, if you like. And you can also see the other videos that I mentioned. And all readings that I do here on YouTube, Scorpio, they are available on my audio podcast on SoundCloud and iHeartRadio and iTunes. There's links below if you want to listen to them. That's the final message. The end of July. Scorpio looking at as we go into August. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So bear this in mind as we go into August here. You know, you've been doing a lot of thinking, obviously. You've been carrying a lot upon your shoulders. You're making yourself more available. So even if it doesn't come into completion, let's say, this is what you're meant to do. Allow things to end as they're meant to, or you know, don't rush them and don't try to delay them. And whatever it is that you've been wanting in love and romance, it's happening. You're in motion of it already. It may not be happening as fast as you would like, but it is happening. So be patient as well. Whatever it is, whether it doesn't matter if you're single or coupled, there's always something that we're wanting in love, of course. But you know, by making yourself more available, by dropping something, there is this more availability, and then you have this beautiful, beautiful card. Divine timing. Allow things to be. Don't rush, don't push, don't delay, just allow it to be, Scorpio. Remember, you're dodging a bullet here. Things are going to work out better than you thought. So, all right, I hope you find that helpful. I wish you much love, Scorpio, and I will see you either at your private Reiki or tarot appointment, or over at the Sloan Academy for the online courses or the life purpose and career readings. Or over on the next love video that I'll do for August, September, and October at the end of July. Much love to you.